Origin is dead.
Hooray!
To say this victory comes at the expense of massive
Sacrifice would be an understatement.
The strain is too much for him.
Hold on, Will.
Time to get changed, though.
Oh, come on, you know, gotta be dapper. Oh, look at them caustics. Quick, stick your hand in the box.
The dimensional
What's in the
gates
box?
have been closed.
All of
An
them.
ethereal. Oops,
Our
is that a
enemy is
spoiler?
confused, destabilized.
But he is still among us.
You all
Bob.
know what to do.
That dude looks so
That's
depressed.
the advantage. Defeat the remaining enemy forces. Reclaim our Earth.
This is our moment, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not waste it.
Things are coming up in XCOM's favor.
Everything's coming up,
See you
Millhouse.
awake,
I mean,
Carter.
what?
We were beginning to worry.
I'm not finished yet, Doc.
Good. Director Falk's been after me about your status. He needs you in the field. This war's not over yet.
So, if you were wondering what that big fucking tank in the middle was for, it was a plot device. I mean, an Elerium holding
Feeling
tank
like
that we
yourself
have
again?
repurposed to
Something
put
like
the
that.
ethereal in it. Yes,
Any idea what happened
not a plot
back there?
device.
After you captured this creature, something went wrong. To be frank, I'm not sure what.
Something went wrong.
The obvious question.
Oh, come on, you're not going to ask the most important question?
About to fight a whole new alien race, are we?
We're still researching everything the outsiders knew about it, but I gather it's unique, so I think we're safe from another war.
And it was powering Mosaic?
Yes. Now that you've removed it and blown Origin to pieces, their Mosaic communications appear to be little more than echoes.
So what are we going to use this thing for?
I'm working on that part. Still, amazing creature, isn't it, Kara? Just look at it.
It is pretty.
It sure is
More
beautiful.
concerned with how we can use it than
Our character artist
Yes,
did
yes, of course. Clearly this
and I say
entity
amazing a
played vital
lot
role
when
in the
I'm
enemy's
praising
power
the artists and
Right.
designers and everyone
So
who
what do you
worked
know
on
about
this
it
game,
so
but
far?
Near as I can tell,
I gotta
it's a
say,
being
the
composed
ethereal
of
is
energy,
probably my favorite
entirely
character
lacking a
design
solid
from any
physical
game I've
form.
ever seen.
How is that even possible?
They managed to
No
make
idea.
something with four
nothing like
arms
any Earth
and
creature,
tentacles and a
or like the
jellyfish
outsiders
Metroid
we've
head
encountered so
actually
far.
look plausible.
The outsiders would call
And
it an ethereal.
it is very
It
impressive.
hasn't
By the
yet
way, yes,
told
it's
me what it
head-based.
calls
It's
itself.
Metroid,
You're able to communicate with it?
No, nothing yet.
which is great.
But all creatures communicate. I just have to figure out this one's methods.
That's optimistic, Weir.
Oh, come on. He knows what he's doing.
On the ropes. What do you think we should do with them after they've surrendered?
Question.
Unexpectedly hopeful attitude, William. Since we can't be sure they will surrender.
Yeah, do they even have a word for that?
With tens of thousands of corpses.
But if we don't,
Well, who can say, really?
I like this
If
part.
they're all truly free from Mosaic's influence, perhaps some can be
Integrated into society. Just think about how that one's going to work out, folks.
That would be cool, though.
theories on why I blacked
Yeah, it would probably
creature
give
of
us a slave underclass race, honestly.
Yeah, it would be
Probably
District 9 situation, I guess.
It would probably be worse
Just give
than
me the
that,
short version.
because District 9 had to be subtle about its comparisons to apartheid.
Ethereal is the first thing that's ever pushed the Ben brace to its limits.
So whatever it is, it's much more complex than
You heard it first here, folks. Carter really doesn't know how to use that damn
Mosaic
thing
was
at all.
dedicated simply to containing and harnessing this creature's power.
Oh, so that line is actually a direct reference to Capture, which was not removed.
Wonder where they came up with that then.
Indeed.
The idea is that, it's pushed it to its limits because you've been capturing so much other stuff with that before, we've never seen this happen.
All right, Doc, I gotta
Oh,
go.
well.
This is why Carter's first reaction to, ooh, look, a weird new alien, is to Ghostbuster that motherfucker.
Let me know when you
Because
got some
he's
answers.
been doing it the whole game, right? Oh, wait, no, he
Quote
hasn't.
unquote has been doing it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Well,
I love these guys.
oh, yeah.
Floats there.
They're not even looking at it, they're just looking at the tank. They can't actually see it.
It's not like the other aliens, is it? It's something totally different. I can't wait for the autopsy.
Yep. Officially confirmed Dr. Murphy is a creeper.
Oh, man. Well, at least it wasn't vivisection.
Does he even... I don't know if Dr. Murphy makes the distinction between the two.
I think they mentioned it in reference to Bob, but I forget.
I don't know, man. There's some pretty fucked up scientists in this Oh, my goodness.
Hey, look what we got over here.
Oh, dear.
He throwing a little tantrum there.
Bob the Mutant. This is Bob the Mutant. Carter just closes the shield.
Let's put him to sleep.
Carter just closes the shield. We don't need to look at that. Donk.
Good night, Bob.
Oh, God. He's got a horrible case of arm embedded in the floor. Gross.
But notice there's no more sleepwalkers in
Yeah,
there.
we cured him. Well, the ones at the base anyway.
Yeah,
Let's go
we
talk
haven't
to our
chatted.
best buddy. See how he
Bob! I call this guy Bob.
You live.
feels. They're all Bob.
And Origin is dead.
Then my kind are free, and yet still doomed.
Jeez. What a fucking bag of sunshine.
I like being
Now that
nice
they
to
aren't being
Bob.
controlled by Origin. Maybe
Yeah.
you can get them to surrender.
You know, you really
If
lose
that
nothing by
happens,
being
we
nice
can
to
help
him.
them.
You
Yeah.
would allow us to coexist on your world?
Listen to me, he's so
I can't
hopeful.
promise anything. People won't forgive or forget
Yeah.
anytime soon. But surrendering would be a good first step.
Without a promise of a new home, we cannot risk surrender. We are at an impasse.
That's a damn shame.
But if there is anything I can do to reach an agreement, I will try.
You know, it's
He's a
nice,
nice
you
dude.
know?
Origin is dead. Mosaic is shut down and the gates to your world are closed. Why haven't your people
This is
surrendered?
Carter having a brief brain fart.
Mosaic is not destroyed. You may have destroyed its source, crippled it, but the echoes remain. Even disconnected, I can feel them.
Crippled or not, your people have no leadership or reinforcements. What can we do to get them to surrender?
Hundreds of your years spent chasing a single desperate goal cannot be erased instantly. Mosaic leaves its scars on the mind, and we will not stop fighting until we have a new world to call home.
If they won't stop fighting, neither will we.
Then there is no solution.
Kind of a pitiable plight, I suppose.
How will
It's-
destroying the Mosaic network
It's a
affect
pretty
our people
shitty
who have been
place that the
infected?
outsiders are in at this point. I
Mosaic
mean, now
will no
they're,
longer command
you know,
them. You can take
They're
command.
basically between a rock and an endless void.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
If you had
Pretty
a
much.
cure, it might be easier
the
for my
equivalent of,
people
I
to
mean,
accept the
imagine if,
surrender.
imagine if the Soviet invasion in Red Dawn was immediately ended by someone nuking all of Russia. That's sort of the situation the
We've been
outsiders are in right
cooperative
now.
for the most part.
They have no home.
So what do we do with
Everyone
you?
hates them.
I
They're
have
technically
never
at war
decided
with
my
the
own
only
fate.
people that are around them.
It was always
If they
determined
surrender,
by others.
they have really no guarantee that they're
Origin,
not just going to
Axis,
all be mass
a
raved
legion of
immediately.
commanders.
Would you be willing to help us see
It's
a
a bad
peaceful
situation
end to
for
the war?
on every side,
Home
honestly.
can be found for my people, then I will do what I can.
You're a good man. Wait, what's your actual name?
My kind do not have names. We are referred to merely by position. I am a Drésofer, or Hidden Watcher.
Love that pronunciation.
Help us end the war peacefully.
Our
You'll all be
writers
free to
actually
choose your
are
own
figured out
names.
all the pronunciation, all that. The outsider language was
You
supposed
sit
to sound
tight.
vaguely like
We might
Russian
need your help if
to
the
build
war
off the
doesn't
whole
end
Cold War
soon.
thing,
I
you know?
fear it will not.
But yeah, it was.
Bob must be cold.
Yeah, he might be. I don't really know how warm or cold it is. I would imagine this whole base is pretty goddamn cold, honestly.
Yeah, I'm imagining, if it's anything like Black Mesa, a pleasant 68 degrees.
I think it's less than that.
I am too busy reviewing the Avengers' thrust output.
But aren't you the slightest bit interested?
Nine, I have had quite enough of these new creatures. And I have no interest in keeping them in...
Yeah, Dresner's definitely of the opinion that it would probably just be better off autopsying all of them instead of, bothering with all this interrogation or behavioral observation bullshit.
Visitor Carter.
Alright. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite backpack design in the game.
It's a nice one. I like it too. It's small, it's compact, and yet it's weird.
Got a nice glowy bit right in the middle.
Field agents encountering alien seeds are to exercise extreme caution.
Avenger made it through in one piece.
Decontamination upon return is critical and mandatory.
Hey, Barnes, how you doing?
How'd you like that escapade,
Good to
Barnes?
see you feeling better, Carter. You were looking pretty bad on the trip back.
I'm just glad to be back home.
And here I thought it was just my flying.
Nuh-uh.
Air sickness is one thing we can rule out. If that was going to be a problem, it would have happened long ago.
Yeah, I really pushed the Avenger to her limits on that one, didn't I?
I'm pretty sure you pushed us all to our limits, Barnes.
I like how Carter implies that it's just super fucking unpleasant being around while Barnes is flying. Like he's just hot dogging and going like, "Woo! Do you see that?" all the time.
Barrel rolls out the wazoo.
Everyone's just sort of sitting there looking supremely uninterested. Just Barnes is a cool dude when he's not in the cockpit, but when he's in the cockpit, he's really an insufferable jerk.
He's a bit of a showboat.
Put a bullet in the thing.
Yeah.
With all the rest of them.
Yeah, just soak up some nice ambient conversations and such. Oh yeah, we never did look at this. There's the memorial wall. These are all the people who, if your agents had died in the field, they would be here too.
And these are, of course, the people we've already seen that have died. And, of course, De Silva's there because, you monster, you killed him. But yeah, if you lose agents, they show up there. This was directly a response to, oh shit, enemy unknown's gonna have a memorial wall. We should really do that too, because it doesn't make sense that we don't. And, you know, it was like, oh yeah, okay, let's do that. Poof, done. It took like a day.
And I'm still disappointed that the quartermaster's gone. He's a cool dude.
Drinking himself into a stupor, I think.
Victory celebrations.
Nice to have a break from treating new wounded.
Trust me, it's nicer to have a break from getting shot at.
We'll love Bloom in an underground missile base. Only time will tell.
It's just, well, we wanted to let the director know how much we appreciated his lead.
Oh, this is some nice synchronization there.
Be a little friendlier with them.
They're both square dancers, actually.
Gotta pass the time underground somehow.
Experts at the do-si-do.
Doop. Oh, this audio log here is really good too.
For duty? A little groggy, but I feel fine. Get me back out there and let's finish
this. I haven't,
Good. Bring up the map.
Slept in about 6 months. I don't know. The whiskey helps with that, though.
But yeah, that recording is Chulsky, so.
Yes. Chulsky, the longest suffering of employees of XCOM.
Chulsky's great.
Beautiful as always, Chulsky.
You heard the director. There'll be time to relax when the war is over.
The war's over. Relax. That's an order.
To keep running yourself ragged. Need to relax every once in a while.
Says the man who won't take a day off to rest after killing Origin.
Yeah, but I'm a hero.
I think we've all earned that title by now, Agent Carter.
Nuh-uh.
Yaha.
How's the campaign of misinformation going these days?
Sufficiently well.
What's that mean?
Well, so far I've had to cover up the destruction of a university, a town, and the
Chulsky is our resident lampshader, by the way.
Say nothing of all the captured sleepwalkers I've had to falsify records for. So the fact that you haven't yet seen any of that on national TV is good enough for me.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You wouldn't be here if you weren't the best of the best.
Thank you, sir.
Now that they've lost Mosaic, how are the outsiders responding?
Mixed results, as you'd expect. Some have gone berserk, some have gone catatonic.
Have any surrendered?
There have been a few across the country. To be on the safe side, we're shipping them all off to Alcatraz.
Social commentary!
No one else thinks the war's all but over. What do you think?
I think I'll stay until we're certain of it.
Anybody who cares about that should look up Alcatraz's history, because it's actually really interesting.
I'll be here.
It wasn't just a prison, it was a lot of other things, too.
Also...
Stuck down here for much longer.
Oh, wait, not...
Stuck. Ever since Bonk lifted the lockdown, we could go topside when we needed to.
Yeah, but that's not the same as actually going home, you know?
I think these people are assuming something weird, that they have a home to go back to.
I love this little detail. You can see how there's all these little knickknacks and stuff over Carter's desk. There's that's a tiny dam right there. On his shelf over here, there's little mementos from each of the missions.
Yes, that's right. I'd forgotten that people had done that, but yes.
There's the farm, farm from the milk. I'm not sure about the robot. Obviously the bobblehead, the chainsaw. We saw that chainsaw in
Sawmill.
Not of this Earth, I believe. I think that was
side mission, actually.
Yeah, but that'll keep growing as we go.
Yes. Is believed to be a serious outbreak.
They probably gather where their gates used to be. Assuming they continue to fight at all.
If they don't, finishing them off should be a snap. Even if they surrender? Especially if they surrender.
Crud is of the kill-em-all persuasion.
I think the other guy was a kill-em-all persuasion. Crut's like...
Falk's office, full of his
someone
spy
was just
cams.
smoking in there. Or there's a small fire starting.
I don't think Falk cares either way.
Well, glad to see you back on your feet.
Yeah, well, I feel like I stuck my finger in a wall socket.
Just be glad you survived. It's more than we can say for some.
counter. We killed their high command and broke the enemy's back. That's got to be worth celebrating.
You and the old man may think we have this all wrapped up, but I'm not ready to put a bow on it yet. Everything we know about the Outsiders tells me they're not going down without a fight.
Sure, but considering where we were, I think we can afford.
Surely this isn't foreshadowing or anything.
Crack open a bottle.
Clearly.
But I won't be joining you until the last one of those bastards is dead.
Keep that line in mind.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened at the end.
The whole complex was centered on that thing. Weir says they called it an ethereal.
Yep, here we go.
When they captured it, their systems started losing power.
Yeah, so yes, it's an ethereal.
The eggheads can poke at it all.
Anyone who's played any of the previous XCOM games by this point should know exactly what it is.
Just like Origin was.
They don't show up as actual enemies in this game.
Origin was carrying a demon.
You should be able to deduce what its function is and how it exists.
You were the best agent he'd ever seen, but you had your demons. Maybe Origin knew you better than you thought.
Can't exactly go back and ask for clarification, can we? Not after setting off that bomb.
Well worth the price, if you ask me.
It's all metaphor for alcoholism, actually.
Are we seeing any results from the field yet?
It's only been a day and a half, but the early results look good.
I should damn well hope so.
Troops are in disarray and retreating from some engagements. We haven't even seen a UFO report in a few hours.
That's a good start.
Most importantly,
yay, no
the gates
UFOs.
Are all closed. The enemy's cut off in our world, and we outnumber them.
Oh, what do you know? We might just pull through after all.
Now
Assuming we can finish off the stragglers, what do you see happening afterwards?
For us? Paperwork. Do you have any idea how many sleepwalkers we're going to have to account for? Hundreds. Thousands, possibly.
Blame it on the Russians.
And false obituaries are simple. We did them all the time at the CIA.
That's dark.
The hard part will be figuring out what to do with the outsiders who surrender.
Do you think they'll want anything to do with us after we've practically made them extinct?
Send them all to Alaska.
Some of them to defect.
No one lives there.
They were invading because their homeworld was dying. They won't want to go back.
We couldn't send them back anyway. The gates are all closed.
And Dr. Dresner might have some interesting ideas.
I get the feeling that the war may have been the easy part.
I don't think we want to ask Dr. Dresner about what his ideas are to do with a marginalized ethnic group that no one cares about.
Even after that, nothing's going to be the same.
All right.
The Outsiders were being controlled by Mosaic.
Oh yeah, I go back and finish that one off.
Now that Mosaic's gone.
Good question.
See how many people they killed? I don't care if they surrender. But they aren't morally at fault. You'd just be adding a genocide on top of everything else. I don't think any of the survivors are gonna complain.
Yeah, see, Krut's the humanitarian here.
Yeah, the humanitarian who gives Carter whiskey in a war zone. He's a real humanitarian, all right. Attention, no fun allowed.
I was worried back there, Carter. What happened to you?
The physical pain was intense, but the worst part was I couldn't think straight. Couldn't remember my own name or what the hell I was doing. I still only remembered pieces of what happened.
Well, it's good to see you on your feet again. I assume you're fit for duty?
Why would I say no?
But thou must.
Yes, sir. I'm eager to get back out there.
Especially now that we've got a real fighting chance.
Let's see.
I hope the scientists got something useful from our little trip to the outsider homeworld. I don't expect us to be going back anytime soon.
You mean other than the ethereal creature you captured? Dr. Weir has been analyzing how Mosaic functions. A shame it was destroyed. It would have been a useful tool.
No thanks, Falk. I like to do my own thinking.
Regulated by the right individuals, Mosaic could have been a boon to humanity. Imagine all peoples of the world.
Falk, an authoritarian? Who would have... yes.
Mosaic is a tool. What matters is how we use
requisite Stalin mention.
Yep.
So we killed their leader, shut down their network, and closed their gates. What are we seeing in the field?
Cleanup forces report a marked difference in enemy behaviors out in the field. Some are fleeing, some are going berserk. Most are just confused.
Is it enough?
One of our teams just went back to Rosemont, Georgia, and completely routed the enemy. That marks the first time we've successfully driven the outsiders from an entrenched location. And it won't be the last.
Yay!
Town by town. This war could take months.
Maybe even years. But the end is in sight.
The game seems to swing back and forth from, like, isolated areas where the outsiders are concentrated between, and, like, massive war where everything's going on.
Yeah, that was, yeah, it does.